friends. So we're ready to do Envision lesson 4-4, and this one is really fun because we get to compose 2D shapes, which means that we put other shapes together to make a new shape, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use trapezoids. Remember, our trapezoids have those slanted sides, and we have a rhombus and a diamond to make these what we call a parallelogram. It's like if you take a rectangle and you slant it to the side. So we're going to show some different ways, okay? So remember, we can use our shapes in Seesaw to help us do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by getting a trapezoid, and I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because it needs to be able to touch the sides. So if I move my trapezoid to make it big, then I can see that if I move it right there, it fits perfectly right there. So if I put my trapezoid there, what other shape am I going to have to add to fill in? That's right, I'm going to need a triangle. So let's go over and grab a triangle. All right, and remember, I can tilt the triangle the way that I need it, which I need it upside down, and I can make it just a little bit smaller. It's a little bit bigger than the page, and that's okay. And I can see that I can make it fit perfectly. So then over here, I would say I took one trapezoid, I used 0 rhombuses, and 1 diamond to make that. So now I want to think of a different way to fill it in, okay? So let's see, what if I want to try some triangles? So remember, I can move a triangle and make it fit, oh, perfectly right there. Now, remember, I don't have to hit the button again. I can hit duplicate, and it's going to make a new one for me. So what if I put my other triangle right here? What else do you think I need? That's right, I need another triangle, so I'm going to duplicate it, but this one I need to go upside down. So then I can move my upside down triangle right there. Oh, and then what else do I need? I need one more upside down triangle to fill it in right there. So to fill in that shape, I used, what did I use? 0 trapezoids, 0 rhombuses, but how many triangles did I end up using? Do you remember? We can move them to see. I used 1, 2, 3, 4. I used 4 different triangles to fill in that parallelogram. All right, down at the bottom, I want to try to use those rhombuses. So let's get a rhombus. Okay. And I need to flip it like it looks like right there. So if I flip it like that, look, it fits almost perfectly right there. So what do you think I need now? I need one more of them. So if I hit those little 3 dots, remember, I can just hit duplicate and it makes me another one. And look, it fits right there to make that shape. Okay, all right. And then we've got 0 trapezoids, 2 rhombuses, and 0 triangles. Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a real quick little video that's going to help us talk about composing or making those other 2D shapes. Let's see.
Look at the shapes. How many small red shapes do you see?
So how many small red shapes do you see? 1, 2.
2. How many large yellow shapes do you see?
1, very good.
1. You can use smaller shapes to make a large shape. You can trace the large shape. How many sides does the yellow shape have? Let's count. Select your answer.
We know it's a hexagon, so it's going to have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The yellow shape has 6 sides. You can use smaller shapes to cover the tracing. How many red shapes do you need to cover the yellow shape?
How many did we need? We needed 2, that's right.
You need 2 red shapes. Is there a different way to make this shape?
Is there a different way? Let's see.
Yes. Now you know how to use smaller shapes to make a larger shape.
All right, so let's see. All right, it says complete the chart, ways to make the large triangle. So we want to make this big triangle, okay? So it's showing us that one way that you could do it is you could use 0 rhombuses and 4 triangles. Let's try that. So if I make some triangles, 3, 4, it's saying that I need 4 of them. I could take my top triangle and put it here. I could take my bottom triangle and put it here. I could take my other triangle and put it here, and then I would need to do what? I would need to flip that middle triangle and put it in the middle. So that's how the 4 triangles can fit inside there, okay? All right, what's another way? What else could we use? Let's try it with the rhombuses. Are you ready? So if I take my rhombus, and I'm gonna flip it to look just like the one on the page, okay? And if I take it and I put it down here, it can fit right there. What else do you think is going to fit in there? That's right. I would need to take a triangle and put it here, and I would need to take a triangle and put it there. So I used 1 rhombus, and then how many triangles? 2 triangles. Very good. All right, let's try it with a different shape. It says complete the chart to show a list of ways you can make the hexagon. Use pattern blocks to help. So remember, you have some pattern blocks in those bags from the beginning of the year, okay? Whoops, okay. So we need to make a hexagon. Here's our hexagon. So let's try, I want to try trapezoids first. They showed us this in the video. So if I have a trapezoid, now look, I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller since it's a smaller hexagon. Look, that trapezoid fits right there. So then my other trapezoid, what do you think I need to do to it? I can flip it upside down and then it'll fit right here. Okay, so I filled it in. How many trapezoids? Ready? So 2, and then how many rhombuses? 0, and then how many triangles? 0. Okay, let's move them out of the way. I take my 1 off. What else do you think I could do up here? Let's see. Let me pull out my other shapes. All right, do you think a triangle might fit up there? Let's see. If I put a triangle right there, I can. Then what else would I need to fit in there? That's right, it looks just like my rhombus. So if I make my rhombus just a little bit smaller, then it would go right there and it could fit in there. And so let's see what I used that time. That time I used 1 trapezoid, 1 rhombus, and 1 triangle. Good job. All right, so then if we move the pictures, the shapes off, what's another way I could do it? Yeah, let me see. If I put a rhombus here, what else do you see that I could add? I could add a triangle there, and then I could add another triangle down here. And then what else would I need? I need a couple more triangles, don't I? So remember, I can click it and say duplicate, which is just going to copy it for us. but I need my triangles to do what? I need them to flip upside down, okay? So then flip upside down. Okay, all right, so now that it's filled in, what do I have? I used 0 trapezoids, I used 1 rhombus, and I used 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles, okay? All right. Let's look at my next page. It says use this shape to make a circle. Okay, so it wants me to use that shape to make a circle. So it says draw the semicircle in it. So if I have this shape right here, then how many pieces do you think I need? That's right, it's actually what we call quarters. I would need a piece to go right here. I would need a piece to go right here, and I would need a piece to go down here. It broke it up in quarters. Now, obviously, we want them to be equal pieces. Miss Welch's pieces do not look very equal right now. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip the problem at the bottom. And then on the back, it says 2 of which shapes can make these. So how can I draw this, divide this in half to make 2? That's right, I could take a line right down the middle, and we call that a semicircle, or I could do it right down the middle horizontally too, okay? It says 2 of which shapes can make these. What can I do to divide it in half? That's right, I can draw that line, and it would be a trapezoid would make that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and mark off number 7. And it says Nicole wants to make a hexagon. She has one of these. Which set of shapes could she use to complete it? So let's make a hexagon real quick. Our hexagon's down here. And we're going to try this. So she's got a hexagon. She's got 1 rhombus. So let's add our 1 rhombus. That's going to fit right there inside of our hexagon, okay? What other shapes could she use? Could squares fit there? No, that wouldn't make sense. Now, a trapezoid could go in part of it, but what would happen? If I have a trapezoid and I flip it upside down, it can fit there, but it doesn't fill it up, right? So it can't be that one. And then it asked about the 3 more rhombuses. Well, I can put 1 rhombus here, 1 rhombus here, and there, but there's no space for 3 more, so it can't be that one. All right, so what about triangles? Let's see, 4 triangles. So I hit my shapes and I can hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's move my 4 triangles down here. There's 1, there's 2, and then if I flip these upside down, 3, oops, and then one more flip, 4. So the 4 fits there, so it's D. Those are the shapes that we would have to do to make our hexagon. All right. On our homework, you are going to do number 1 and number 2. Now, you can use the shapes that you had in your bag at home, or remember, that's why I put it in Seesaw, because you can make your own shapes to fill it in. Okay, and then on the back, you're going to do number 1, or number 3, number 4, and number 5. You do not have to do, and I'm going to cross it off on here, number 6 and number 7. All right? You guys have done an awesome job. Thank you.